The Apollo Theater is known for launching the careers of some of the biggest music artists, but it also has a storied history with comedy. This year marks the 10th anniversary of Apollo Comedy Club.
That's the only thing I liked about the pandemic, wearing the mask. For once in life, when your card declined, no one could identify you. That was a perfect feeling.
All right, both new and established comedians bring a night of laughter to the legendary stage on 125th Street. The new season is set to kick off on Thursday. I'm joined now by the curator of comedy at the Apollo, Bob Sumner. He has a long history, including producer and co-creator of Def Comedy Jam. Bob Sumner, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Dean. What's going on,
What's
man?
going on with you? Look, let's start right with Def Comedy Jam, because when people who are into comedy hear that, especially black comedy,
right,
they're like, wow, that was a big show. What was your role in that? Because we always heard about, Russell Simmons.
Well, I mean, I pretty much was the foundation, so to speak. I went around the country just like I was a college scout, looking for the next big thing in sports. And I took the same lane in comedy, and I found the Bernie Macs and the Chris Tuckers and the Bill Bellamy.
So during Def Comedy Jam, you worked side by side with those big names.
Oh, I pretty much started their careers through Def Comedy
Now look,
Jam.
don't let me have them call me up to say that.
Well, Bernie's not going to call you.
Well, he passed away.
But Chris and Bill will tell you that I was pretty much the launching pad for him, and so many others.
Wow. So let's talk about the Apollo. So Thursday, October 9th, starting the 10th year of comedy there. Talk a little bit about the show.
Well, it's going to be a great, great show. It's a full circle moment for me, because my first comedy show ever that I ever saw a comedian was Jackie Moms Mabley at the Apollo when I was a toddler.
Wow.
And for me to be there now, actually putting talent on stage, no different than what I did at Def Jam, but now for the next generation. And you know what they say about the Apollo, that's where stars are born and legends are made. And that's kind of like what I do for a living.
Now,
so next week we'll be there.
So, the Apollo, we mentioned the music, but definitely comedy has always been a part of that Apollo stage. The new shows for now will be at the Victoria Theater,
Absolutely.
right up from the Apollo on
Beautiful
125th Street. Some of the artists that you're working with for the new season.
Well, some of the artists that I'm working for the new season, I'm returning some because it's been 10 years. And I haven't repeated but maybe 2 or 3 in those 10 years. So we're bringing back some of the mainstays. Like next week, we have a Harlem native, Kenny Wu, who I'm bringing back by popular demand, and he's really something to see, just like when I found Bernie Mac back in the day. Then there's Timmy Hall, who's hosting the show. I never forget when I did a Def Comedy Jam audition down in the DMV, he was the first comedian on, and no one could follow him.
Wow.
And now he's a retired policeman who's now back out here ready to make it. And then I have a lot of other comedians that are part of my next cycle of rising stars that is going to be performing. So yeah.
When you talk about the Apollo as well, some of these names people might know, others they do not know, but you have been able to work with people at the Apollo in Harlem where they now have their own specials on various platforms.
There's no doubt about it. I have a comedian by the name of Anthony Oakes and Apple Brown Betty, who I just received the call that they'll be airing during Black History Month with their new specials. And then there's like Corey Bell, Marshall Brandon, who started with me over at the Apollo Comedy Club, and now Corey's on the road with Cat Williams, and Marshall's all over the world with Dave Chappelle. So it's like a beautiful thing where the beat goes on. The beat goes on.
And a lot of people will look at this, it's comedy in general, right? Some people will look at it as black comedy, but it's diverse in who comes to the shows, who performs, and laughter sometimes is laughter.
Our shows are very, very diverse. I put a little bit of everybody on that stage, but everybody's bringing it. And it's no different than the Def Jam years on Friday nights, no different than every first Thursday at the Apollo Comedy Club, you are getting ready to see a rising star.
All right, come on out to and have a good laugh. All right.
Tickets are still available.
All right,
Yeah.
Bob Sumner, thank you. And the 10th anniversary season of Apollo Comedy Club kicks off on October 9th at the Victoria Theater on 125th Street. Go to the Apollo's website to get more information. All right, that does it for us here on News All Day. I'm Dean Memminger. Keep it here on New York One for more news at the top of the hour.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage, and click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.